Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to be talking about 7K2 guild battles. We're going to be talking about some specific strategies you can employ, how the guild battles actually function, and kind of how you can get your guild to kind of do the right thing and kind of not mess up. So let's go ahead and dig in. So there is a lot going on with guild battles in Seven Knights 2, and it can be really confusing if you don't know or it's your first time joining. So let's go ahead and take a look. When you open up your guild tab, of course, there's going to be the Guild War tab, which we'll go into, and you can see we're in our final match of the season. We're rank 40 right now, but we're going to clear out the season in top 30, and that's kind of where our guild has solidified, is about top 25. Our last season was 24th, and we have been casual, but we're kind of transitioning to become a more serious guild. So if you guys want to join us, come join my Discord and message me. But we're transitioning in, and part of that transition is learning who's attacking, who's not attacking, how many points they're getting, you know, and sometimes your contribution is not necessarily about points. And let's talk about this by getting into the battlefield here. So when you are pulling up the battlefield, you're going to see this screen right here. And what's important is you'll see this. These are kind of like the front formation. You have your towers in the back, and then you kind of have the castle back here. Now, when you're going up against other guilds, you're basically trying to win and get as many points so that you can beat the other guild. And the further back you go, the more points you get. So if I were to attack up here, if I were to attack any of these four right here, I would get a good amount of points. I would get a little bit more points for taking out the leader here. Now, if I was going up against a really tough guild, in order to get more points in the back line, you have to take out two of these barricades. When you take out two barricades, you can transition into the towers. And when you take out one tower, you can take out kind of the meaty center of the enemy, right? And that's, of course, going to give the most points. Even attacking an enemy right here in the middle or in the tower is going to give you more points than the front line. Clearing out this enemy right here, kind of the strongest, usually the guild leader is here, is going to give you the most points out of anybody. So a lot of the times, a lot of guilds will front load all of their attacking forces or all of their high kind of skill level units here on the front lines, and that's what you're going to see in this guild here. This is also what we do. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guild's front line, because this is a great example of kind of strategy that we employed as a guild. Taking a look at this formation, you'll see they got a 140k person with Spike. They also got Lego Plus, they got Rudy, and they got 130k. Like, this is a nasty, these are 3 Lego Pluses right here. This is a nasty kind of wall, right? So when we're looking at how to penetrate the enemy's defenses, we want to push in on the weaker barricades. So looking at this one, this is 137k with only 1 Lego Plus. This is much easier than the other barricade. And then you look at this one, this is 137k with no Lego Pluses. 151k here is going to be a little difficult. I actually sniped this person right here to make this a little bit easier for us. But the bottom two were kind of our target as a guild to weaken this, to get access to the center, to get more points, and then to get the back end. Now, where you have a problem is when you're penetrating the front lines and you have guild members attacking in places they shouldn't be attacking. For example, you can see here that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it looks like. It looks like 6. It looks like 6 of my guild members attacked over here. Now, this is not really a good thing. We do not want them to attack over here. We want them to attack down here, take these guys out. We want them to attack down here, take these guys out, because this is where our guild's focusing. An attack on this barricade is going to give us less points and is going to kind of it's a missed opportunity, right? It's a wasted attack in a way, because you are attacking up here when really we've cleared out the barricades for you to attack the meaty center. You'll notice that there has been one person alive, only 100k here. And then of course the final enemy was alive, really weak here in this tower. So there was an opportunity for my guild members to attack here to get a lot of points. This would have been over 1,000 points if we could have cleared this. However, we had a lot of people attacking this barricade, and you don't want to attack this barricade. You want to kind of clear out a path to get the most points as possible. I know in my guild, we kind of have a few heavy hitters who are around right at the start of guild battle that kind of clear the path for us. You can see what this enemy guild did as well, attacking us is not the way to go. Notice how we're 2 out of 5, 2 out of 4, 2 out of 5. They should have concentrated their forces on one of our barricades, right? That way they could have gotten through it, they could have dealt some damage, and they would have been able to do something basically. Now, let's say that you are this guild and you are up against us. Now, of course, our guild is much stronger than this guild, and because of the way the matching system works, sometimes strong guilds go against really significantly weaker guilds because it's by season. So this guild, the Legends, they're a good guild. They have some strong members, but they are definitely not, definitely probably not in the same league as our guild, but we just kind of happened to match up against them because we got matched up against some really strong opponents and lost. But let's say you are this guild, or you're a new member to a guild. Let's go back, actually. Let's look at our guild members, because my guild members would be a great example of this. We recently recruited a few members, and a couple of them only have 300k account power, right? We have, there it is. We have Striver, we have Yangjia. Duff is 700, but that's fine. But look at Striver and Yangjia, right? Even if they have no capability to kind of deal damage to the opponent, they just won't attack, right? You'll see Striver did an attack. You'll see Yangjia did attack. Now, the difference here is you always want to attack. There's no such thing as feeding your opponent, right? You see how Yangjia, even though he lost, he got 30 points. This is important. No matter what, always attack, because when you attack, you gain points, even if you lose. Even if you're a new player and you die horribly or there's no chance for you to win, always attack and gain those points, because these points go to your grand total for kind of the ranking. And you can actually have a situation where, you'll see here that we're at 4 wins and we're at 6 losses, but the Legends is at 6 wins and 4 losses. However, our guild has a higher point total than theirs does. The reason is we have more people attacking, getting more points. So even though we've lost a lot more, we've been fighting a lot of higher ranked enemies, clearing a lot more towers and getting a lot more points. So the ranking system is not based off of, attacking or feeding or anything like that. It's based off the amount of points you can get for your guild. So make sure that you are out there getting points for your guild. I know right now I am in the process of curating my guild and kind of monitoring this. If you are out there in my guild, please God attack. And it's not even about the amount of points. You can see I'm the top point earner right now in my guild. However, coming down here, you'll see that Cat Daddy, who's actually the strongest in my guild, is not the highest point earner. Not because he's doing anything wrong, but because we use Cat Daddy to break the walls, right? He attacks the barricades usually, or so he's gonna get less points, but because he's cleared the way, other people in our guild can get points. So, it's not necessarily, it's about working as a team. It's not necessarily about your own individual contribution, but at the same time, you have to contribute every single time. I would recommend, if you're in my guild or in any guild, always kind of get in your Discord and attack at reset. Very highly recommended. Definitely the way to go for the strategy. Other than that, there are other things you can do, right? You can go, you can refresh if you want to. You can see the progress. You can actually see the attacks and defenses that have been made. And you can see the point contributions that people have gotten, which is great. You can see here, Cat Daddy attacks Summoner BMW. He only got 130 points. He's our strongest member in our guild. He attacked that Shade. He only got 130 points. He is clearing the way. He attacked Jinx. That is a tower leader. Again, he's clearing the way. He's not trying to get the most points possible, right? Guaranteed you, once he cleared those, all of a sudden, you know, Pyros can attack the second level. He can get, you know, some good points in where he wouldn't have been able to get points either, right? Because Cat Daddy attacked the barricade. You can see here, Pyros attacked the inside, which is a little bit weaker, and got 190 points. So lots to consider here. You can see Dayton attacked after that, 190 points, 250 points. So even though Cat Daddy didn't get as many points, he cleared the way to enable his weaker guild members to attack this squishy center and get lots of points. So anyway, everybody, I hope this helps you. If you want another video like this, kind of covering the defensive aspect and kind of how to set up your guild formations, let me know. I've really been loving 7K2. I don't do a ton of videos on it, but I guarantee you I've been playing it nonstop. Again, if you want to join my guild, we are Mole Colony. Come to my Discord and ask. We're approaching kind of a point where we want to be a little bit more hardcore. We're just not fully there yet. We kind of are removing lower scored players or players who aren't participating as much right now, but we are super stoked and ready to go. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys next time.